O'Connor and Robin Priest Glasser. Bonjour, everyone. I think poetry is sensational. That's fancy for really, really terrific. Even the word poetry sounds so beautiful and fancy to me. Every day, my teacher, Miss Glass, reads our class a poem. My favorites are the funny ones. We are also writing our own poems. My best friend Bree wrote one about hiccups. You can read it. Bree is very creative, which is fancy for full of imagination. Love, Clancy Nancy. My name rhymes, so I'm naturally poetic. A poetry survey. Our class is doing a survey, which means you ask a bunch of people the same question. What is your favorite poem? And then you write down their answers. Here's my sister's favorite. I asked Miss Glass if nursery rhymes counted as poems, and she said, absolutely. My sister's poem, Diddle Diddle Dumpling. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John went to bed with the stockings on, one shoe off and one shoe on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. I took this photo. My sister is pretending she is John. My dad's favorite is Blowin' in the Wind by Bob Dylan. It's a song and the lyrics, which are the words, also count as poetry. Mrs. Devine, my neighbor, grows all kinds of flowers. Her favorite poem is the very first one she learned when she was a little girl. My mom loves poems that tell a story. She read Animal Lee by Edgar Allan Poe to me. It's about a beautiful princess who has died and the guy who will go on loving her forever. The poem is so sad, it's tragic. Warning, I bet reading this poem will make you cry too. I called my grandpa. He likes limericks. They're funny poems that always have 5 lines that rhyme. This is the one I like best. A circus performer named Brian once smiled as he rode on a lion. They came back from the ride, but with Brian inside and a smile on the face of the lion. Anonymous. Anonymous means no one knows who wrote this. There are lots of fancy words in poetry. Today we make a poetry in our classroom. Get it? Poetry? Sounds like poetry. Each paper leaf will have one poem that we composed. To compose something means you wrote it yourself. We are going to read our poems on Family Day. I haven't written mine yet. I want it to be great. Robert was worried that his poem was too short. But look what Miss Glass wrote on the back of his leaf. Pizza Pie by Robert. Peter eats a lot of pizza. Robert, I like how your first line puts 2 words together to rhyme with pizza. Did you know that 2 lines of poetry are called a couplet? Here's Bree's poem. Horrible Hiccups by Bree. Hiccups make my tummy jump in and out. I hold my breath till I turn red. It didn't work. I hate hiccups. I hate hiccups too. Your poem makes me think you had hiccups while you were writing it. Miss Glass showed everyone how to make a poem out of your names. You write the letters in a column, and then for each letter you think of a word that describes something about you. Here's Clara. She was getting a cold when she wrote it. Clara. Cookie crazy, lovable, artistic, runny nose, American. Pals of Poetry. Maybe you already know that Bree and I have a club. We look for insects and other interesting stuff in nature. help us to write poetry. We call it our Palace of Poetry. Inspiration. We don't talk much, but sometimes we put the radio on. Music often gives you inspiration. That is a fancy word for something that helps you get good ideas. Here is what you need. Beautiful soft music, a notebook, a glittery cover is good for inspiration. Bouquet of flowers, a pen with a plume, that's fancy for a feather. Plenty of refreshments because it's hard to be creative if you are hungry. Bree wrote this poem today. Now she can make another leaf for the poetry at school. How come writing poems is so easy for Bree? Fighting with My Brother by Bree. I wasn't ready to read to Freddie or play a game, so he called me a name. I told my mother. She got mad at my brother. Now Freddie was sad, and I felt bad. We made up that night. That was the end of the fight. Later I tell my mom, I'm stuck. I can't think of anything good to write. Everything sounds stupid. My mom says, take a relaxing bath. Close your eyes and I bet an idea will pop into your head. So that's what I do. I have lots of bubble baths for inspiration. I stay in the bathtub for a long, long time. When I get out, I'm very clean and my fingers are all pruny. But I still don't have a good idea for a poem. Writer's block. I tell Miss Glass about being stuck. She says, oh, that's called writer's block. It happens to everyone. It'll go away. Here's what else we talk about. A poem doesn't have to rhyme, right? That's right. Bree's poem about hiccups doesn't rhyme. So is anything a poem as long as the words are in short lines? No, poems are special. The words have rhythm and are fun to read aloud. Often a poem makes pictures in words. Are there other rules? Well, some kinds of poems have rules, but lots of poems don't. That's why writing them is fun. Then Miss Glass says, you're a creative girl. I'm sure you will write a wonderful poem. I'm not sure about that. After school, I want to go straight to the Palace of Poetry, but I can't. We need to find a birthday present and a card for my grandfather. There are so many birthday cards, it's hard to choose. Nearly everyone has a poem inside. There are also cards for special people, like a best friend or someone who's sick. Suddenly, I get an idea for a poem. An idea that is superb. Guess Who? By Nancy M. Clancy. Her earrings dingle-dangle. Her hair is never in a tangle. Who can it be? It's Miss Glass. If I have any troubles, they pop like bubbles when I go to talk to Miss Glass. I think I am a lucky girl. I have the best teacher in the world. You know who it is? It's Miss Glass. At home, I sit down with my notebook and my pen with a plume. Little by little, I get inspiration. On Family Day, I read my poem. I read with lots of emotion. That's fancy for feelings. Later, Miss Glass whispers, I'm so flattered. What you wrote, Nancy, is called an ode. That's a poem that says what is special about someone. An ode? How fancy. Anytime I found a poem I love, I put it in this book I'm making. Favorite poems of Nancy M. Clancy. I actually don't have a middle name, but I like to add M because it looks fancy. In the Motel by X. Gray Kennedy. Bouncing on the beds, my brother Bob and I cracked heads. People next door heard the crack. Whammed on the wall, so we whammed right back. Dad's razor called an overload, And wow, did the TV set explode. Someone's car backed fast and tinkled. In our windshield was a wrinkle. 8 more days on the road. Hooray! What a bang-up holiday! I think this poem is so funny. I stayed at the City Squire Motel once with my family, but we didn't wreck our room. 5 Little Pumpkins by Anonymous. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "But we don't care." The third one said, "I see witches in the air." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run." The fifth one said, "Get ready for some fun." Then whoosh went the wind, and out went the lights, and 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. Picking berries. Picking berries is very fun. Very, very, very fun. Extraordinary fun. Cheery, cheery, berry fun. This is a tongue twister. Read it aloud. You'll see what I mean. First Snow by Mary Louise Allen. Snow makes whiteness where it falls. The bushes look like popcorn balls, and places where I always play look like somewhere else today. Pollywog School. Underneath the lily pads where the mud is cool, many little pollywogs swim their way to school. "We go to class each day," said one. "All we do is wiggle. We do not read, we do not write, we only squirm and giggle." Pollywogs turn into frogs. That rhymes. As soon as Fred gets out of bed. As soon as Fred gets out of bed, his underwear goes on his head. His mother laughs. "Don't put it there. A head's no place for underwear." But near his ears, above his brains, is where Fred's underwear remains. At night, when Fred goes back to bed, he deftly plucks it off his head. His mother switches off the light and softly croons, "Good night, good night." And then, for reasons no one knows, Fred's underwear goes on his toes. Miss Glass is right. Poems can be about anything, even underwear. I wish I had a poem about a tea party, because I have tea parties all the time with my doll, Maribel Lavinia Chandelier. As soon as I find one I really like, I'll add it to my collection. Did you know that a collection of poems is called an anthology? Isn't